Good morning, everyone. This is Karl F. Rose recording live from Bedford, Pennsylvania. Friday, June 15th, 2018. And today we're going to talk about the season-ending injury to Miguel Cabrera on the Tigers. And we'll get into that right after this. Good morning, everyone. This is Karl F. Rose recording live from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Friday, June 15th, 2018. And here's some further information on the season-ending injury to Miguel Cabrera. My thought is this is probably going to be a blessing in disguise, because basically all this guy is he's a washed-up has-been utility player. That's all he is. Not only that, when they signed him, he's a big thorn in the Tigers' side, really, in his off-field stuff. That's for another video, but just a tons of garbage. He's a cancer in the locker room. He's no good. He's washed up, and he's a big waste of money. But unfortunately, I groaned. It was great when they first signed him, but when they extended his contract and signed that big contract, well, I groaned about that, because after they signed him, then all the things came about, and I really didn't want them to extend his contract. But he was doing real good, but I didn't expect the injuries. I just didn't like the other stuff. That's again for another video. But now basically what the Tigers are stuck with is a very high-priced utility guy. Basically when Victor Martinez retires, which he probably will after this year, then it looks like Miguel Cabrera will be just their designated hitter, and then when they play the National League teams, he'll be just as a pinch hitter. Just use him in spot things, and then build the team around that. So the bright spot for the Tigers is that they got rid of Brad Ausmus. What Ron Gardenhire has done this year with the Tigers is simply amazing. I still say they're going to finish around the 500 mark, give or take a few games. Nothing to really cheer about, but that's where they're going. Their pitching is definitely a lot better than it was last year, and that's the key. That's what Brad Ausmus couldn't seem to get through his thick skull. Ron Gardenhire, I don't know what he's doing, but he's the pitching, and there was a saying. There's a saying that pitching wins championships. Well, the Tigers are hardly a championship team, but their pitching is certainly well improved. Cabrera's a washed-up has-been. I wish they could just get rid of him, but they can't. No team's going to pick him up. Not for a high-priced, injury-prone, no good, just a piece of garbage, and that's all he is. Tigers are going to. You see, they'll do okay without him. They weren't going to do very good this year anyway. What they need to do, and they have the manager to do it. Ron Gardenhire is a good manager to build up the farm system, and that's really the only way the Tigers can go forward. And this just is another example of the problem I have with all the Detroit teams. They seem to be focused on one person, one player. They get a superstar, and then they figure, okay, this guy's got to do, and then the rest. Well, got to remember, this is, whether it's baseball, football, basketball, or hockey, it's a team. You just can't expect to have one person just outperform anything and expect to have a champion. You have to have a well-rounded team. Look what happened to the Cavaliers in the finals. They've got LeBron James and some good players around him, but it just goes to show you that Golden State, they had a better, well-rounded team, and you see what the results are. And that's what the problem with the Detroit teams are. They get one guy, and they figure, okay, this is going to be it. But I see the direction that Ron Gardenhire is going. He's building things around, and he's getting his players to perform, all of them. The pitching, not only just the starting pitching, but the medium pitching, the closing, and even these young guys, young batters are coming through. Yes, they're struggling, but he's and they're actually winning games without Miggy in there. So. I hope they continue that trend. And as far as the Lions go, let's hope that Matt Patricia can kind of do the same thing with the Lions, with what Ron Gardenhire is doing with the Tigers. Now, of course, that's apples and oranges, two different sports. Baseball's not controlled like with the referees, like the football games, like the NFL. I mean. That's a different story. I mean, there's no way that if a fair ball is hit and it's down there and you win the game on a fair and square, unless it hits the line and then they have a review and then they make a bad call, that sort of thing. But for the most part, baseball isn't determined by the umpires, but the NFL is a different story. So. But anyway, that's just about it. This is going to be a blessing. I'm sure a lot of people are going boo-hoo about this injury. I'm not. I'm saying let's see what the Tigers can do without him, and I think it's going to not be as bad as what people think. Anyway, well that's it. Oh, be sure if you like these kind of videos, be sure to hit the subscribe button on my cards there, and the end screens, and then I also have my links in the description below. Be sure to click on the links that I have in the description. I got links to a lot of things, and anyway, well that's about it. Talk to you later.